this is what we need.
Like this much of it. My back is killing me.
Right with you. Shoveled at work numerous times, sidewalk, and figured the property management guys would keep up with it, but I guess not because I got a big area to take care of, so I did work sidewalk a bunch of times, and then after dealing with all the knuckleheads on the road driving too fast this morning and spin outs all over the place, and 202 being a parking lot, and people getting out of their cars, pushing cars,
oh God,
try to help them get back on the road. I mean, how dumb can you be? Other people might lose control and hit them.
Maybe they were pinside moderators.
Could be.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of... What do we got this week?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember, what is it? Top 10 pins you can beat Mike on? How many weeks in a row?
Oh my God, I haven't won a battle in forever.
5 weeks?
And I got a lot of those banked, like they're not released yet, but I haven't won a pinball game in forever.
Keep it up, it's going to be top 10 pins you can beat Mike on.
You pick one.
Yeah, pick one right now.
Line me up for an ass whooping.
How about shoveling snow? Well, that already kicked your ass and my ass, so never mind.
Okay, well, any rate, this week we have for you our top 10
favorite
multi-balls. And I got to thinking when I was doing it, is it the top 10 machines with multi-ball, or is it the top 10 multi-balls themselves? I got a little bit of both. I got a little bit of each, because some games have so many different multi-balls, and some are better than others, and then some they work together, so yeah.
Yeah, I kind of made my list the same way, where there's a couple multi-ball modes that are really neat when you're just in those multi-balls, but in regular, just like here, you got multiple multi-balls on these two games here, where if you can get certain multi-balls on them, like if you get Martian multi-ball in this big deal, it's neat, and it's funny when they yell at you when you miss, but the challenging one, which we'll get to and describe on the list, of course, is the super jackpot. So I mean,
hey, what do you know? That's on my list.
It's on my list too, but there's some I have where it's a mode, and then there's some of them.
What's the game?
It's the game.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when I step up to a pin that I don't know, the first two things I try to figure out how to do are where's the extra ball and how do I get multi-ball.
Right.
Not that that's always the best strategy for every game. For example, we were talking about Johnny Mnemonic. The multi-ball on that to me is irrelevant. Right. I mean, it's okay, but it's not a major fun factor on that game.
No, and the best thing you can do with it, if you're not really... Well, when we play on that, we're trying to go for score, and we're trying to set up bonus multiplier, spinner, etc.
They get to the wizard mode.
Right, and on that, if you want to make the multi-ball good on that, the only thing you can do is put them in a line, or diagonal, so you can triple your thing. So, I mean, it's a neat multi-ball, but it's not one of the ones where, when you're playing it, just the way you have to set up certain multi-balls, like one of them we're both going to probably talk about, because I know I mentioned it to you, and you said it's going to be on your list. The way you have to set that one up, you set certain multi-balls up certain ways. It's a hard way to do it, and it makes it more challenging. And then I have some games where when you're in those multi-balls, just the layout of the table makes getting that jackpot shot, depending on where that shot is, hard to get, because
you got balls flying around in the way.
You got evil out lanes, and where the balls kick out in different spots, you sometimes only have a quick shot at getting it other than trying to reset it up. It's hard because when they're flying around, boom, gone, you don't always get them back. Some games don't give it back to you. So, I mean, there's no way I could come up with, I could come up with 10 individual multi-ball modes, but I just kind of try to put it more of what multi-ball, I'll have one on here that I know you won't agree with me and you'll think is a bad call.
Okay.
So, I just thought about it in a different way where I'm not thinking it's, this multi-ball mode is awesome. Like, I could say for medieval, like, there's multiple multi-ball modes, and there's a few of them that I really do like a lot where if I had to pick individual ones, I'd probably have 2 or 3 off of that game.
Yeah, it made my initial list, but my initial list was like 20, and it didn't make the cut.
I had other ones that I wanted to put on, but there's so many games that I can say I haven't played enough time to really like multi-ball.
That
of course,
too.
Of course,
I'm glad you mentioned that.
It's going to be a biased list.
Sure. I was thinking when I made my list, there are no Stern pinballs on my list, and I can't say that's because there are no Stern pinballs that deserve to be on my list. I just haven't really played any of them enough to be familiar with them to really become engaged by the game.
Right. Like if I had AC/DC, I know we've played.
Right.
That's if I had that game and got more time on it. And Christ, what did we have the one at the store for?
Yeah, it sold in like 3 days.
2 days. I know that I'd probably think a lot better of it because I had more time on it. So, like I said, my list is definitely biased because
it's what you play.
It's what I play.
Mine too.
And other ones that I've gotten to play that maybe I didn't like them as much, I might like more. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying with Stern because, well, so, how many Sterns do I own?
One.
One.
And I don't know if it made your list.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
But I do have a Stern on my list.
Okay.
So
cool.
Like I said, there's modes, especially when you don't get to play something enough, when you get to play, say, wow, that was really neat. Yeah. I like how they have it set up. So that's what I was kind of going for. It's just not an exact science to it, but something more of a generic.
So this is more of a list about us than it is the Pims themselves, really. It's what we've played and what we're familiar with.
But I guarantee it probably are one of them that we both are going to have to probably be on everybody's list if they've played it. So.
Okay. You want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
We'll do the first honorable mention and only honorable mention. I don't want to make it a super long list.
Okay.
I'll just go with Twister.
Thought about it.
Thought about it and thought about knocking it off, but just the setup of it's really neat. The way it sets up and spins the balls around, you have a bunch of them there. Actually getting to the multi-ball isn't terribly difficult to do with the shot drop.
I've only played that game like twice.
It's not a hard setup, but just the way. I shouldn't say not a hard setup. It's not super difficult to get it going on a game where some games it's a little more difficult.
Okay.
But just the way it's set up with the ball spinning around, neat. Got to give it an honorable mention.
Just in relation to what you were just saying, one of my feelings about multi-ball is I don't like it to be too easy to achieve.
Right.
Like some of the Sterns we had recently, it's like, wow, I can get multi-ball like that. But I don't like it to be impossible either. So yeah, there's a good flavor to some games as to how to get.
It depends. I agree with again, I had to throw it in there just because of the way it's set up.
Twister.
So number 10 would be A13, Apollo 13. The 13 ball multi-ball on it, which you actually can you can actually disable it if you don't want to do it on the game.
It's silly.
Yeah, it's silly. It's not great because you'll lose half your balls within a couple of seconds, even with the little ball save thing in there. How are you going to flip 13 balls at once?
I don't know.
But just the novelty of it, the way you do have to give it a shot to try to keep them going, and before you know it, your multi-ball's over.
Yeah.
Where a lot of times you're probably better off twisting the handle to shut off the multi-ball mode for 13 and leave it to regular 4 multi-ball. That way you can manage to get the jackpot shots, because the jackpot shot on that is the rocket.
Okay.
And the rocket's a tight shot, and you can't get enough power to shoot 13 balls off 2 flippers.
I only had that game for like 2 days.
But had to give it an honorable mention just because of the fact it's the most multi-ball.
Okay,
game.
Well, it's number 10. I'm cool with that.
Number 9, I'm going to go with Addams Family. It's not so much, it's not a hard jackpot to get.
Right.
When you have the multi-ball going, because you can get it relatively easily if you can aim well enough to hit the shot. But the harder part of it's lighting the super jackpot, because to light the super jackpot with the multi-ball mode, you have to hit the shoot.
The side ramp?
No, the vault when it opens up. That's a tight shot to hit.
Yes.
So if you want to go for the super jackpot in multi-ball mode, that's a tight shot to hit. So that's a challenging multi-ball.
And there's two jackpots from the get-go, isn't there?
Well, there's 2 from the get-go. That's why I'm saying the initial jackpot in multi-ball is not super difficult.
But one's better than the other, isn't it?
Well, right, yeah. If you hit the train, it's single jackpot, and if you hit the stair ramp below it, it's double jackpot.
Okay.
And if you can keep the balls going and you have to hit a shot into the vault, that relights the bottom ramp, which is the double jackpot shot, for your super jackpot.
Okay.
And usually by the time you get to do that, the way the outlanes are on that, it's usually...
Don't forget you got the power underneath.
Well, the power also messes with it, of course, but...
And it's showtime, and the topper's going off. Yeah, all the auxiliaries that go into that.
Well, especially if you LED it,
It's on my list.
Okay. Anyway. Number 8, here's my Stern one. It's a combination of 2 pins. Family Guy and Shrek.
Thought about it.
If it's not I personally think they're both good games, and Family Guy could have been a lot better if the video modes and animations were better on it. Shrek is a little bit better.
I think it's a little bit better, yeah.
But just if you can get Donkey and or, depending on which game you're talking about, Donkey or Stewie and regular multi-ball going at the same time, you're trying to focus on two play fields of multi-balls.
Yeah, that is the multi-ball mode. It's either the Stewie, it's the mini
pinball, and if you have to complete it.
Yeah, you complete the mini pinball, and the multi-ball that starts that will have them both going in conjunction.
Right. So I mean, it makes it a little bit more challenging of a multi-ball, where instead of just being focused on one playfield, you got to focus on two. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. I don't think it's either one of the modes. I mean, the mini playfields are neat, whatever. It's kind of difficult.
It's a novelty of sorts, but yeah, it's neat.
When you get both of them going, that's why I gave it that.
Okay.
Because it's something different, you know.
I thought about it. Did not make my list, but I did consider it.
All right. Number 7, Indiana Jones, Williams.
Yes. Which one?
Well, that's one where I'm lumping them all because it's got multiple multi-ball modes, and there's only a couple games where you have 6-ball multi-ball.
Yes.
And that's one of them.
Okay.
And it's a difficult one when you get it in the 6-ball, especially because it kicks it out of the idle, and if you're not paying attention, that thing just whizzes right down and it's gone, and you got to pay attention. Challenging multi-ball.
Okay.
Just even the pin has so many modes to complete.
I love that pin.
I love it too.
That's on my list. Well, I'll go into it when I get to it on my list.
You'll be coming up soon. Number 6, I'm going to go with Attack from Mars. This is going to be one multi-ball mode because, like I said, Martian multi-ball doesn't really. I mean, the game's neat. The mode's neat when you miss them and you
Yeah, and there's total annihilation.
And there's total annihilation, and you can earn extra balls and stuff, and help defeat ships when you get into those modes. But the best multi-ball in the game, which is why I picked the game for the multi-balls, is getting the super jackpot, because you got to hit the shots across all the shots, and then if you can hit all them and keep your multi-ball still going, then you have them moving.
Yes.
So
we have an exact match on that one.
Just like I said, just that one multi-ball, not.
Yeah.
But it's also nice that it has different multi-balls. So kind of a little of both. My number 5, I'm going to go with Toten. Just the one I know you are totally not going to agree with me.
Okay, I didn't even consider it.
I'm going to explain why I think so. We've complained on Theater of Magic how when you're in Grand Finale, it's a single ball mode. It's not a multi-ball mode.
Right.
And it does not have auto launch.
Right.
Attack. Toten does not have auto launch.
Right.
So when you get to the end of Battle of the Genie, you have to launch your balls. So at the same time of trying to keep your balls going, you still have to launch balls when they drain.
Yeah.
So that makes the multi-ball that much more challenging. Honestly, like Theater's end of the game, I agree. Don't like how it finishes off, no multi-ball. But the way Toten's set up, where you have to try to beat the Genie and hit all those shots and launch balls while keeping them going.
They could have done that with Theater. They could have done the same thing. Even without the auto launch, they could have forced you to do the launching. Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, and one on here would surprise you.
Well, that's I would disagree with that because it's a wizard mode and it's at the very end. It's not really. Well, it's pretty easily achieved on the game, really, if you skip modes. Which we kind of agree that we don't like to do.
Don't like cheating through modes. I mean, you want to hit that bizarre shot and keep picking jewels. That's not the way. I think a challenging way to beat the game. That's cheating.
I agree.
I'd rather make it challenging when people say, "Oh, it's too easy to beat." And stop hitting the drop shot and picking the jewels. Yeah. Make your shots.
Okay. Well, we agree to disagree on that one.
Right.
That doesn't make my list.
Number 4, Whirlwind, and this is going to go tied right in with the one after it because this is one of a layout.
Okay.
And partial on the next one because the next one's going to be a combination. But Whirlwind, the layout on it, when you get the balls locked for multi-ball, they lock over on the left side at the bottom. The last shot, when you hit it to start that multi-ball, kicks out right where that flipper is, and you have that one quick shot to hit that jackpot ramp.
The ramp's the jackpot?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played much Whirlwind.
Yeah, that left upper shot with the upper flipper.
Oh, is it a side shot?
It's a side shot, and it kicks only that one ball out. And when it kicks the other ones out at the bottom, the out lanes on Whirlwind, at least on mine, are evil, and it drains so fast that you better be able to react fast enough to hit that shot up that side ramp. Otherwise, your multi-ball's gone.
Okay.
And if you want to start your multi-ball, it's like Adams, you can restart it by hitting the thing shot. Whirlwind's the same way. It starts you with your multi-ball again.
You hit the lock shot or ramp or whatever.
You have to hit the cellar, the 2 cellar shots,
okay.
either one of them to start it. But you lose a ball, so you
right.
can restart.
Well, most of the restarts are that way.
And still, though, I mean, just the setup and how you have to nail that shot, otherwise, it's gone. No Good Gophers, number 3, same setup. If you look at the layout on the playfield on both of those games, it's the same upper flipper. I mean, that's how Lawler likes to do it. Or Shaker's the other way around, just flipped.
Okay.
But No Good Gophers is that same thing, where it kicks the balls out off to the left or right out of the putt out, or the first 2 that come out. So those are already coming down the drain, and you have to pay attention because the last one to come out is your jackpot shot up the side ramp again.
Right.
And if you're not paying attention to keep those balls going over there, and you don't hit the first shot when that ball comes out, getting it set back up to where you can calm the balls down enough to where you can either hit it into one of the raised gopher holes or shoot it around the loop and then catch it to hit the ramp again. It's just kind of a challenging multi-ball. Just that's layout. And then also, again, 6-ball multi-ball if you complete all 9.
Okay.
So, again, my list is biased. Most of it's going to be what I play.
That's fine.
Number 2, Medieval Madness. How many multi-ball modes on it?
I don't know, a lot.
5?
They're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, the Joust, Catapult, Peasant, Damsel, and then if you can get through the killing the trolls, you get Troll Multi-Ball Madness, and then you got the regular 3-shot drop on the regular.
You know, it didn't make my cut because I couldn't figure out which one I liked on it. You know, I was thinking, okay, well, the regular one where you hit the 3 lock shots, well, that's kind of cool because you got to go ramp, 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 castle, not the gate, but the
you got to hit
castle door for the super jackpot.
You got to hit 5.
That's pretty cool.
5 jackpots to light up.
You know, so I was on that, but then I thought, okay, but then there's the madness ones, and you can have trolls up, and you'd be doing trolls and multi-ball at the same time, and that's pretty cool. So I confused that thing confused me off of the list because I couldn't decide what
because of how many multi-ball modes it has on it. That's why it's near the top of my list. It's just a great multi-ball game. I mean, that's
okay.
Number 1 on the list, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which you probably wouldn't have remembered if I didn't mention.
I don't. No, I would have got it.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's just the whole setup of setting up either your 10, 20, or 30 million bonus for your shots if you can get everything within a shot away and starting them. It's challenging to get it to do that. The pins are hard enough pin where
really
good luck getting to do it. If you can get them going even 2 and then get a multi-ball mode, or if you get all 3 multi-balls stacked on top and then get not a multi-ball, I mean the rats or the bats at the same time, you can jack your score way up if you can time it just right where you can have your alder shots 1 shot away from starting the rats, or the ramp shot on the left, if you can keep that a shot or 2 away from starting the bats. And if you can get them going while you have multi-ball on top of that, I mean, that's when you really kill that game. And it's neat. Miss Multi-Ball is probably the neatest setup to a shot, just the way it just comes across with the green light.
It's very neat. Although I don't think that's my favorite multi-ball on the game.
No,
it's the neatest one.
Getting set up to be in multiple multi-ball jackpots is tough because.
And the funny thing is that's not really the key to getting high scores on that thing. Just as far as stacking the multi-balls, really more important is I think the castle jackpot can be huge. Isn't it like it can be like 250, 300 million just for 1 jackpot?
If you get enough of it built up.
Which dwarfs the 30 million shot.
Right.
Okay.
So that's my top 10.
Well, we can talk about that a little bit more because I think it's going to be on my list.
Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah.
That's why so many people like the game.
Okay, I have 2 honorable mentions. Cactus Canyon Drunken Multi-Ball.
Well,
it's the P-Rock. The P-Rock
is
what's sitting on my. So this is just an honorable mention. Now I only played that once, so I don't know what the objectives were. I don't even know what I was doing, but I was playing like this. I was playing like this, and it was working pretty. I was doing all right, but I don't know what I was doing. I'd like to spend some more time playing that, so I need you to get one.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Let me see what my tax return brings me.
Number 2 honorable mention, Centaur.
I wanted to put it on the list, and I struggled to put it on, not put it on, but
5-ball multi in, what was it, 1982. Under the automatic ball launch from underneath the table. An interesting set of rules where you have
to hit it in order.
Yeah, a set of in-lane, out-lane switches will kick a ball out onto the table. Hitting the the orbs drop targets in order will kick a ball out onto the table. Hitting them out of order will bank balls, and you can bank up to 4 balls plus the one on the table and hit a release shot, and you got 5-ball multi on a machine from '82.
Yeah, great game. You need to get another one of those to restore so I can play it.
Oh God! You know, that restoration just kind of took the Centaur out of me.
Took a long time.
Yeah, that was just so much work.
I was there before I was there, and
then of course when it was done, it was gone. Centaur Russ, what's up, man?
Yeah, hope he's still enjoying it.
Yeah. Number 10, and correct me if I'm wrong because you're the expert on this machine. T2. Hit the skull shot to lock, right? After you've knocked down the target, lock in the skull.
Yep.
Then you use the cannon to start the multi-ball, which the cannon's a neat feature, right? You gotta hit target.
To start the multi-ball?
To start the multi-ball, right?
Well, you gotta shoot it. You gotta shoot it into the skull and lock it, and then you gotta hit the right shot to start the multi-ball.
With the cannon.
Right.
Right? And then you can shoot it back into the skull.
Well, you gotta get back into the skull to
for jackpot. And the other 2 balls, you can lock them to multiply it by 2 or 3.
2 or 3 times, right?
Am I correct so far?
Yep. Now the super jackpot.
And now the super jackpot. So you collect that jackpot, and then it kicks all the balls back onto the table.
Yep.
You relock, but it doesn't give you an opportunity to lock the other balls.
No.
You've got it just immediately kicks it over to the cannon, and you have to hit. I think it's a moving target. It's a moving target while the other balls are on the table for super jackpot.
Yes. I don't know why I didn't put it on the list. I don't know, maybe because I've had the game that's the first pin I got. And yeah, I mean,
I like multi-balls that make me want to celebrate when I accomplish something.
Yeah. You know, I actually got a super jackpot in league play one night.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I just barely got it because the ball was draining when I caught it. Especially on that machine, as loose as that thing was, where you try to hit things on it. Hell, I think, not that it's even a great score. I think my highest I got on my T2 was 320 something million, and I had 3 super jackpots.
Nice. Does it relight? Can you collect them back to back on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can keep multi-ball going and get back in the skull, sure.
Well, I'd be happy to hit just one. I'm not that good of a player.
But you're slipping recently.
So that makes me want to celebrate. I like multi-balls that make me want to celebrate. Number 9, Elvira and the Party Monsters. Yeah. Not because it has a whole lot going on. I mean, it's easy to start multi-ball.
Right.
The jackpots are nothing to really speak of. It's a ramp and a ramp. But just the introduction to it, when all the lights go out, and lights, organs.
Yeah, and the way they kind of like go up the playfield and just with the organ playing.
Yeah, the light show. Yeah.
Again, that would be a different topic, getting into lighting, but there's a couple other lighting cards on that where I could say the same thing. Yeah.
But the way it ties into the multi-ball, I just like it. That machine makes my list. Well, it made my list before you even got it because you weren't even familiar with it, and I said, hey Jim, you got to have one of those.
That might be a pin you actually like.
I like Elvira and Party Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun pin. Number 8, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's a 2-ball multi, which is nothing exciting.
Right.
But I like the defined objectives that it gives you. Well, we just shot that. It's not posted yet. But between having to hit the snack bar or you have to find the creature, and then you have to rescue the girl, and then you have to
hit I think the side shots again.
No, you go back into the snack bar for jackpot. Then you got to hit 10 pop bumpers
to light the
super jackpot, all without draining the second ball.
Again, there's another pin I haven't had enough time on where I could say, much.
Right.
The fact that I like it or don't like it, I don't mind playing it, but just from the times I have. not a huge fan of it, but neat game.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if you've ever encountered one that was dialed in. The last one we played was,
Yeah. Neat theme though, good sounds.
What was that, number 8? Number 7, Fishtails.
Thought about putting that on the list.
Up to the top for jackpot. You are the master of tropical fishing. It shows like a little goldfish or something. That's another one with objectives. You know, you got to shoot the ball into the caster's club, and then up to the top. Or if you've got 3 on, you can shoot another one into the caster's club to double your jackpot. If you get 3 jackpots, it lights the super jackpot at the captive ball, and this is all while you can collect monster fish. You can hit both ramps at the same time and get double cross.
Right. U-turns.
No, well, U-turns is not during multi-ball.
Not during multi-ball. That's if it doesn't go
But
away.
yeah, Fishtails.
Wish I still had mine. Great game.
Wow. Can you believe all that stuff I copied about number 7?
That's a lot.
That's because number 7 is pretty in my distant memory. I have not played this pin in a long time, and you're going to be surprised to hear this one. Independence Day.
No, I was waiting to hear Funhouse.
No, Funhouse makes, we do, yeah, we're not talking about Funhouse.
Yeah.
Independence Day. It's a Sega.
Haven't.
I do not like Sega pins. I think they all stink, except for Independence Day.
I've never played it. Like I said in our little intro report, there's a lot I could do if I got to play more, and a lot more I could do with my list, because my list, like I said, it's biased.
Yeah,
That's one I really can't say anything on other than.
Okay, well here's how this made the list. It's got an alien in the center of the playfield that opens up for a drop shot lock.
Right.
Shoot the sinkhole to lock the ball. Okay, lock 3 balls to start multi-ball. That's pretty standard. The first jackpot is a shot to the lock. So it's kind of when you're in multi-ball, you've got a progression of things you have to do in multi-ball. First jackpot is the center lock,
Okay.
and then it lights the orbits for double jackpot. Then it lights the ramps for triple jackpot.
Neat.
During the triple jackpot wave, there's stand-up targets that will add a ball to multi-ball. And then getting all 3 triple jackpots lights a combo target for super jackpot. So it's one of those things where there's not one jackpot. It's got a progression of things to do. I like that.
If they ever get the rule set done on this,
Yeah, I'm sure.
because the multi-ball on this on the Metallica is really neat, and it's got the add-a-ball feature,
Okay.
where you shoot it into the snake, it gives you add-a-ball on your multi-ball.
Nice.
So,
Yeah. But this is like, it doesn't do the add-a-ball until you're in your 3rd
Right.
phase.
That's
Pretty cool stuff.
neat. You need to buy
Underrated
one of
pin, Independence Day.
those. You need to buy one of those.
Not real common though. You don't see them floating around too much. They
No,
didn't make a whole lot
that's
of
no
them.
production on that. I don't think they've made but a couple thousand of them.
Fun game.
Nice.
Can't get parts for it. Can't get the aliens
Right.
are always broke. Can't get them. Number 5, Addams Family. It's showtime. And the double jackpot announces that, or
Well, double jackpot is just hitting the lower ramp instead of the train. Getting super jackpot is, like I said, you have to hit the ball after you
does
get
it announce that as triple? I think it announces that as triple jackpot. Is that triple?
I think it does announce it as triple jackpot, but it's a super
jackpot. That was
Maybe it's not. I know I've gotten a 75 million jackpot on it a couple
Okay.
times. Maybe it's not. Could be wrong.
I don't know. Haven't played it enough. Every time we get one, it's like gone in a week. We're gone. The last one was gone before I could even shoot a video on it. Boy,
Yeah.
that thing was vicious. Wow, was that mean?
Good thing you didn't have to film the video on that.
Yeah. No, I beat it on a demonstration game.
Yeah, you said that, but you weren't filming.
Customer showed up. I'm showing him the game, and I beat it. At any rate, number 4, Indiana Jones was on your list. Although I didn't go for the 6-ball, I went for the standard 3-ball. The standard 3-ball is a lock at the drop shot. The left ramp lights the jackpot shot. The jackpot's the right ramp. It's
right ramps.
It's hard.
Hard
Every
shot.
one I've ever played,
You
it's a
can't
hard
backhand
shot.
it.
It doesn't look like it's should be a hard shot, but it is.
It just is. I don't know why it's deceptive.
So the right ramp is the jackpot. It's multiplied by any balls that you've relocked in the drop shot.
Right.
There are 3 jackpots to be had there, and then it advances to super jackpots, and there's 3 of those which are at the captive ball.
And that's a tough shot.
Lit with you still have to light it with the left ramp and then captive ball, so it's another progression of things. Now,
hitting the captive ball's got to be a real clean shot too.
Yes, and there's a multi-ball there too, but I picked just.
You know how I hit the captive ball? I aim for the right ramp.
Yeah, no doubt. What was that? Number 4. Number 3, Attack from Mars. And I took the same exact multi-ball that you did. Having to hit all of the jackpot shots, and then catch the super jackpot, and even beyond that, it's part of the missions of things you need to do. Right. So you'll keep revisiting that if you're trying to complete the game until you get that super jackpot.
One of the 2 hardest things to complete on the game is that, and then the 5-way combo.
Yeah. Well, I usually find that I just get the 5-way combo while I'm trying to do other things.
Martian multi-ball or something else, but still.
But yeah, if I'm sitting there trying to get the 5-way combo.
Yeah, but when you're down to the end, I mean, you can always manage to trudge your way through all the different countries to save. But if you're down to having to get a 5-way combo at the end,
or a
super jackpot at the end, or those 2 and that's it, you're just looking at that like, fuck.
Walk away. Number 2, No Good Gophers. Well, you explain where the regular jackpot is. I'm not excited about that. It goes.
Oh, I forgot to mention the super jackpot.
It goes back to my favorite shot in pinball, which is now my favorite shot in pinball combined with the multi-ball.
Right,
getting a hole-in-one during multi-ball.
Right, but to get that, you have to get the jackpot. And usually, like I said, you have that one quick chance when it comes out, and you better get it.
Yeah, and you got 3 balls on the table, and of course...
Evil out lanes.
Yeah, but you got them rolling through that in lane, and you just keep getting all these chances to get the super jackpot because that slam ramp's coming down.
And the timing's never right, and you go to hit it, and then of course another ball gets in the way. Yeah.
Please refer back to our last No Good Gophers video because I did it in that. It was a long time ago. The video quality's
a little crappy. That was probably filmed on a potato.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
No there's one Gophers. You can revisit.
I like No Good Gophers.
We can reshoot that sometime. And
number 1 is BSD. You mentioned it to me, and I couldn't get it off my mind, and I couldn't come up with one that's better than it. Your objective in multi-ball, while it's not again for points, because sometimes each one has its own set of rules to get the jackpot. The coffin, you shoot it back in, and finish lighting up Dracula. The castle.
You gotta hit the castle targets to light the locks.
But I forget where the jackpot is, to be honest with you. I know that
it's the drop.
The jackpot. Yeah, the jackpot's the mystery hole.
Right.
But I forget how to light it. It probably is left loops or whatever. Because I'm never concentrating on the jackpots because I'm never going for score. I'm always my one and only objective in multi-ball is to add another multi-ball to it and then try to get the third. In fact, my whole objective to playing the whole game is to try to set it up so that I can get all 3 multi-balls going at the same time. Which
not easy thing to do.
Which wouldn't apply for tournament or league play. I would probably have to alter my strategy entirely. But if I'm just playing for fun, the only thing I want to do is hear that thing going 30 million, and I'll spend the whole game trying to set that up. So yeah, best multi-ball I can think of.
Another neat thing you can do on it, when his face appears on the screen and he looks from side to side, sometimes his eyes go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
If you hit both flippers, it brings up, damn it, I can't remember it. Not Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It brings up some goofy vampire
some sort of Easter
animation.
Egg.
Yeah, some goofy Easter egg. So if you ever see Drax's eyes go cross-eyed, hit your flipper buttons.
Okay.
But yeah, BSD is a tough one to beat for multi-ball.
Well, it was number 1 on both of our lists.
Amazing.
If you haven't played BSD, do it. It's kind of an odd pin. It doesn't get it's never considered an A title.
No.
Because it's kind of odd. It's not a mode based.
It doesn't have a lot to it, but getting that multi-balls.
Yeah, you spend your whole time trying to get multi-ball.
do that, and it's such an evil, mean playing game that you usually don't. Like John, when he comes over and he's playing it because he always wants to get one, he turns it on. He's like, "I got to play this a couple times." And I'm like, "Yeah." After 3 games, you remember why you don't want to go get it either.
Yeah.
Because it's just
maybe that's part of the reason it doesn't get much respect is because it so often just gives you a bad game.
Barry Orsler did that pin, didn't he?
Hey, I
think so. There's a shout out to him. If you follow Pinball, you've probably seen it. I think both Barry and his wife are on hard times and need cash. There's a donate thing floating around on Pinside on Facebook. There's a signed new Star Trek translate by Richie.
Okay.
It's up on auction on eBay, and it's helping funds for Barry Ursula because he's got cancer. His wife's got cancer, leukemia or something. They're both ill, and they need cash.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and their insurance isn't covering everything. So there's things floating around like Club Pinball on Facebook, Pinball Enthusiasts. I shared it into there. It's been on Pinside. It's like I said, there's an auction on eBay for it. But yeah, J-Pop even talked about it on Facebook.
Okay.
I think BSD is a Barry Orsler pinball.
Well, I'm too busy doing too many other things to even know that, so I'm glad you shared that.
Best wishes to him and his wife.
Yeah, absolutely, and I would encourage everybody, if it's financial support that he needs, this is an opportunity for you to do something nice to pinball.
We'll have to throw a link up for it.
Okay.
Right after this, you can throw a link up to it, and if anybody wants to donate,
email me that.
I'll email you the link. Yeah.
We'll put a link in the description section of this video, and we encourage you to visit that and show the guy some love. Even if you're going to send $5,
even if you throw him $5, throw him $5, something, anything.
Well, if 100 people throw him $5, that's $500.
I think it's a couple thousand people throw him some, because they're both of them have medical bills that are not being covered by insurance and starting to rack it up. So.
Oh, very cool.
I think we probably filled this tape about up anyway, so we can save the funny top 10.
Yeah, well, I didn't finish that, so I'm just looking at you to see if you've got anything else to add to this video.
Yeah, we'll save the top 10 reasons why pinball is better than men for next week.
Okay.
So I might still want to change mine up a little bit on the last.
Well, good. Whichever ones you scrap, email them to me.
Yeah. I gotta come up with a couple better ones.
Melanie beat me on film.
Is it 5 or 4 now?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think I got you 3 in a row.
I don't know.
I think I got you 3 in a row.
One of them hadn't been posted.
A couple of them haven't been. Well, Ray, the one with Ray just got posted.
Okay, yeah.
You either lost 3 in a row, or no, you lost 4 in a row at least.
I lost to Melanie.
And you lost to Melanie. Wow.
Yeah. I think I'm going to retire.
Play her on Bride of Pinbot. I know you could beat her on that.
Okay, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in, and come see us on Friday for Ray's Tech Tips. I've got a whole bunch of them banked. We've got some film of him working on that EM spacewalk.
That thing's going to be sharp when it's done. He's been sending me pictures of it while he's been
working hard on that. That thing's rare. Production is, I think, $275.
$258.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was less than $300.
It's something like in the 200s. It's like $250 something. It's crazy.
So looking forward to getting that done, and it's coming along. I think it's going to be done soon. So we spent some more time filming some EM stuff.
I got to get a posting on Facebook with the pictures he sent me that maybe Wednesday or Thursday or something, because I think he sent me 3 pictures of it so far, and that thing looks sharp.
Cool. Yes, definitely. So that's Friday. Sunday is going to be
Creature?
No, it's not. Creature's still on the bank. I don't really see a whole lot of urgency in posting the Creature vid, only because we did the WAS. Melanie and I shot the WAS this past Sunday, and that is our machine, and it is going to be listed for sale. So I'm going to do all that in conjunction. Melanie and I, we worked our asses off on this particular video. We figured out all of the rules to the best of our abilities.
Wow. It
was a 5-page script. We basically covered that thing from top to bottom. And then she beat me.
Even better.
Yeah. So please tune in this Sunday for our newest Wizard of Oz LE Emerald City whatever feature.
That's number 4. That's the fourth WAS, isn't it? That's the fourth one we had.
At least. Might be fifth.
I think it's the fourth we had, but...
Yeah. But this is only the second time we filmed one.
Right. Yeah, the other ones didn't really stay around.
Yeah, well, and we've kind of been waiting for code to get updated.
Yeah, when we first had the one, the code wasn't...
Yeah, well, the first feature vid on it, there wasn't much to show other than, wow, that's pretty. This time, you know, I'd say that thing's about 80% there. Maybe even a little bit more. Most of it's there. And they really knocked it out of the park. They did a great job on the rules for the thing. It's not a pin that I'm in love with, but we were just talking about Star Trek over there. That's this next gen.
Right.
Not a pin that I'm in love with,
right.
But I respect it for being a good pin.
Tough pin to play. Probably one of, if not the worst out lanes.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
The out lanes are so bad on that thing that I actually forgot that it had in lanes.
Well, that's that era pin where that, and then sitting beside it, No Fear. T2 sitting over there. It's got those metal in lanes.
You can't bounce them out.
And they don't have a post above them. You know, where when you have that post sitting there, you can at least try to nudge it from draining that. You ain't shaking it off metal. It's either going or you didn't love it.
Okay, well that's all we got for you. We're tired. We shoveled snow all
too much snow today.
All friggin' day. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you Friday for Ray's Tactics. We'll see you Sunday for the WAS feature, and then we'll see you next Tuesday for, I didn't announce our topic.
Next topic is going to be top 10 favorite call-outs, I believe.
I didn't have call-outs, but we can do call-outs if you want.
I thought call-outs was next.
I had soundtracks. But if you want to do call-outs, we can do
What do you mean by
call-outs.
soundtrack? Just
soundtracks
just the
would
sound
be
of the
like
whole game.
background music or soundtracks. Background music. It's easy.
Not for me.
I don't want to give them away. Do you want to do call-outs? We'll do call-outs and we'll postpone whatever I just said. Soundtracks to later. Soundtracks is easy, man.
No, we'll discuss it. Either soundtracks or call-outs will be nice.
We'll do call-outs.
I could do 50 call-outs. That one's super easy to do.
Okay.
I could get 10 call-outs off Medieval that every time you hear it.
Well, you can't pick all 10 from Medieval.
Well,
that would be friggin' lame.
No, I got Elvira sitting over there. It makes me laugh all the time. So, yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Oh, we didn't do our fade out. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl was a shellacking.
That was fucking horrible.
You know, I wanted to see a good game. That's all I really cared about. Honestly, I didn't care who was going to win the game when Eagles ain't in it, which is every year.
They're not watching anymore. They faded out.
Yeah, they faded out. You know, when nobody that I care about's in it, I'd rather see a new team win.
That was brutal and embarrassing. I would have rather spent my time on Pinside.
Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Want to know what's coming next? Go like us on Facebook right now. You can keep up to date with all of us here at the shop and what we've been up to. Thank you for watching.